Have you ever felt the air leave the room? Not because of bad news on a screen, but because of a word spoken about you. A whisper, an email, a post, an outright lie. The accusation lands, and for a moment, your entire identity shakes. The person they're describing, that's not you, but they are so sure. Your heart pounds, your face flushes. A cocktail of outrage, fear, and profound injustice hits your system. How could they? What will everyone think? Will my reputation ever recover? If you felt that, you're in a club no one wants to join, but many of the greatest souls in history have been card-carrying members. Today, we're not going to talk about how to fight every battle out loud. We're going to talk about how to win the battle inside, how to anchor your soul in a faith that false accusations cannot touch. False accusations do two destructive things simultaneously. First, they attack your character. Second, and more insidiously, they threaten to become your identity. They hand you a mask, fraud, failure, untrustworthy, and demand you wear it in the public square. The first act of faith is the defiant, internal whisper. This is not who I am. Faith, in this context, isn't just religious. It's the unwavering belief in a reality deeper than perception. It's faith in your own integrity, faith in the truth that has no witness, faith in a moral universe where seeds of character eventually bear fruit. Think of a tree. A storm may rip off its signs, break its branches, cover it in mud. But the tree's identity isn't in the sign or the mud. It's in its roots. A false accusation attacks the visible. Your faith must retreat to and strengthen the invisible root system. Your core values, your private integrity, your silent acts of love, your unshakable truth. Your task is not to frantically scrub the mud off for everyone passing by. Your first task is to go deep to your roots and know what you are made of. The opinion of others is whether your character is climate, and faith is the wisdom to know the difference. Now, this is the hard, beautiful part. The furnace that feels like it's meant to destroy you can actually refine you if you have the faith to let it false. Accusations are a brutal mirror. They force you to ask, do I believe in my principles only when I am applauded for them? Is my kindness contingent on being treated kindly? This trial burns away the fragile parts of our faith, leaving only the unbreakable alloy. This is where we learn the faith of process over panic. When you're falsely accused, every instinct screams for immediate vindication, to shout, to expose, to sue, to post a real story. But faith often whispers, be still. Let the truth have its own legs. This doesn't mean passivity. It means purposeful, principled action from a centered place, not a reactive one. It means channeling your energy not into proving how small they are, but into proving how vast you are. You work, you create, you serve. You love the people who still see you. You live your truth so loudly that the lie eventually becomes background noise. You are being given a masterclass in empathy. You now know a pain that millions carry. Your healed wounds will become a sanctuary for others later. This pain, held in faith, expands your soul to hold the pain of the world. That is its purpose. So how do we build this? Let's get practical. You need an architecture for your soul to dwell in while the storm passes. First, the cornerstone, your circle. Faith is communal. Find your Josephs, the few who see the dream in you, even when you're in the pit. Find your Barnabases, the encouragers. Let their faith hold you up when yours is weak. You do not have to bear this alone. Second, the pillars, ritual and truth. Anchor your days in unshakable rituals. Prayer, meditation, journaling the raw truth, walking in nature. These are acts that reconnect you to what is real and good, far beyond the rumor mill. Third, the roof. Release the outcome. This is the summit of faith. It's praying, I trust that whether my name is cleared tomorrow or never in this lifetime, I am clean before myself and before God. It's surrendering the timeline of your vindication. It's understanding that your worth was never sourced from their opinion, so it cannot be taken by their lie. Your legacy will not be the one who was accused. Your legacy will be the one who, when accused, responded with a dignity that silenced every lie. Your life will be the testimony. Let me leave you with this final image. A false accusation feels like a death. It feels like they are burying your good name in the cold, dark ground. and in a way, they are. But what if you have faith in a different kind of law? The law of the seed. A seed must be buried before it can break open into a life it never knew was possible. That lie they buried you in, treat it as soil, not as your tomb, but as your planting ground. Grow your patience there. Grow your compassion there. Grow your resilience and your wisdom and your profound, unhypocritical love for the misunderstood there. Let them water it with their whispers. Let time be the sun, and you, from your rooted place of faith, will push through that very soil one day. Not as the same stalk, but as an oak. Not just cleared, but unshakable. Why? Because you learned the most powerful truth of all, that faith is not the absence of the storm. Faith is the unshakable conviction that there is a part of you, the truest part, that the storm can never, ever reach. Walk in that truth. Live from that place. And watch how the ground you thought would break you becomes the ground upon which you stand tallest. Thank you for watching.